Good morning and welcome to the market forecast. My name is John Hoagland. Thanks for trusting me with your time this morning. Yes, today is December 7th. It is Monday, December the 7th. It is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Take a moment and think about and pray for all those who fought for and lost their lives on that fateful day 79 years ago today. 79 years. Wow, that's just amazing. All right. Again, it is Monday, December 7th. We have some markets to deal with this morning. As always, we're going to look at those markets in context through the lens of risk management. I hope you had a nice weekend, a nice restful weekend. Maybe got a few things taken care of. Always a good idea. As far as economic numbers this morning, we are not looking at much. We have a very slow day, even kind of a slow week of economic data due out this week. No majors due out today. As far as the news is concerned, as far as our U.S. equities are concerned, last week's grinding rally seems to be slowing a little bit, or at least early this week. At least when you're looking at the Nasdaq, the S&Ps, the Dow and the S&Ps. Nasdaq looking a little bit friendlier. We do have some IPOs due out today, including, what is it? I forget which one. I apologize. Anyways, yeah, there's a couple of IPOs coming out today in the tech sector that might be helping bolster the Nasdaq a little bit to the upside here this morning. The news is talking about the possible increases in COVID infestations and maybe some more shutdowns that could be saved by possible prospects of fiscal stimulus package that they are now talking about doing. Vaccine help is on the way. This should be hopefully a temporary situation with the increasing lockdowns. Of course, China's exports are strong, due mostly to PPE, personal protection equipment and electronics, related basically to work from home. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? I think Washington is watching that. Increased production by OPEC next year kind of settles into crude prices, which are or have been kind of settling just below our weekly kickoff high in the overnight. We've taken a couple of looks at above some of our weekly kickoffs in the S&Ps. We're going to see what these look like. As far as the VIX is up 6%. It's up back above 22. Trading last I checked at 22.13. And the dollar index still dragging along the bottom there, just above that 90 mark at 90.83. Airbnb, that's it. Thank you, Vladislav. I could not think of which one. I just read it too. But hey, it's Monday. It takes a little while to get the old pistons firing sometimes on Monday morning. So, I always want to say good morning to everybody. Hello. Felix, first one in the room. You win the prize today. Esteban, Danielle, Guten Morgen, Guten Tag. Prima, good morning. Andrea, Bodie, how is your morning? Hopefully you're doing well. Nick Mo, Danny, MSS Capital, Laura, Shane, Steve, Mike, Brian, France, George, Christopher Pritchard, Keith Elba, Jacob, good to see you, Angelina, Vladislav, Christopher, DoorDash. Nah, never mind, they're Wednesday. Yeah, we've got a couple of IPOs coming out this week. Rob T. and Troy, good morning to everybody. As always, it's a pleasure to be with you. Make sure you do like, share, comment, question, feedback, and heckling are always welcome. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get notifications when we do go live. Hello, KJ. Hello, Anthony. Palaki, from Greece. Hello, Palaki from Greece. Welcome to the Market Forecast. If this is your first trip to the Market Forecast, we are very happy to have you here. Hopefully you're going to get some good information, some good thoughts, and some good ideas to add to your own to get you off on the right direction. Good greetings and salutations, Mr. David Z. Good to see you this morning. All right, without further ado, let's take a look and see what we're seeing in these charts. As always, we like to go left to right, starting with the daily in crude oil. Let's take a quick look. All right, so We do not have a close over the previous weekly kickoff level, which we left. I left there today, this week. 4630 is that weekly kickoff level. We looked above it on Friday. We could not close above that level. So that still leads me to believe that it is a viable level, and we've seen in our overnight a test basically back to that level, 4625, 5 ticks short of that 4630 level. Weaker volume on Friday as we did take that look above it. We did add some open interest, 9,800 in open interest to be in an estimate. So some pretty decent open interest increase, but that increase did not include a close above an important inflection level. So a little sign of possible weakness there. Take a look at the 30-minute chart here. Settlement is right up here, $2, right, basically 4 ticks below that weekly kickoff level. We have some overnight activity basically inside of value. We did take a look to the downside. European traders brought that market back into value. We are opening in value. We are opening in range. I'm going to suggest, yes, what again? We stay patient and look for opportunities as the day goes on. I'll be patient. I'll be looking for opportunities in this target-rich environment up here between value high from yesterday, or excuse me, Friday, I should say, 46.19 all the way to 46.30, the weekly kickoff high. We've got the regular trading hour session high just above that, and then we've got an overnight high, and all of this activity above this level so far being rejected. So that's going to kind of be my kind of primary go-to target-rich areas up around that 46.30 weekly kickoff level if we do get the opportunity. If we don't, we're right in the middle of range and value. It seems as though the market is really accepting of value from Friday. So that says to me, stay patient. Better trade locations are likely to come as the day goes on. E-mini S&Ps. Anthony Rojas, is Dr. Menaker's presentation from last week posted on YouTube? No, not yet. We've got to do a little bit of editing for it. It's probably going to be maybe near the end of the week. We'll have the most recent one. I think we still have one that we have yet to put on, so keep your eyes out for it and looking for looking forward to getting it on there so people can take a look and take advantage of it. Those sessions are really good. Anthony, if you can attend them, I suggest you do because you have the opportunity to ask a direct question of the doctor. One left for the year. It's not this Wednesday. It's the Wednesday after this that we will be spending our last hour with the good doctor for the year. We'll take a look at what we're going to do next year after that. All right, so E-mini S&Ps. We traded right to a weekly kickoff level that we kind of were already looking at before the close on Friday. We traded right to it. We came off by a couple of bucks. We took a look over it last night just by a few bucks. The market's still really kind of struggling to accept above that level. Equities are in rollover. Don't forget that. That's going to kind of change a little bit of the personality of the marketplace. Markets are going to go too far. They're not going to go far enough. It used to drive local traders in the S&P pit crazy during rollover because the market just changed and they weren't able to kind of adjust their activities before it was over. So a lot of people took the week that week off of rollover. It's a little bit different now. We don't get to see each other eyeball to eyeball, so we're all in the same boat here. So the test Friday, volume was soft, but again, volume and open interest are going to be somewhat blurred by rollover. We added 16,000 in open interest on this push to the upside, but again, some of that can be legging into and legging out of positions, moving positions forward out of the December contract into the March contract. So open interest, again, just for this week of rollover, a little blurry, volume a little blurry. You can see a little bit lower volume on what you might expect to be higher volume. Some of that may be due to rollover. Thursday's the roll. Friday, for sure, we will be be trading the March contract. We're going to watch and see how the volume turns over in that regard. So let's take a look at the 30-minute chart and see what we see here. Kind of similar to what crude oil did. We've got settlement up here up against a weekly kickoff level, 3,700, settlement 36.98. Okay, just 8 ticks below settlement, below that weekly kickoff high. We've got overnight sellers getting kind of short, European buyers coming in, unraveling some of those shorts, taking us where? Right back inside value, right back to point of control. This is not necessarily a day that I'm going to be looking for early opportunities. I'm going to be looking for opportunities as the day goes on. At the extremes, at weekly kickoff high, at overnight low. Those are the more of the areas that I'm looking for, because the market has not spent a lot of time outside of those levels. In the longer time frame, weekly kickoff high. In the shorter time frame, our overnight low lines up very nicely with the low of the regular trading hour session from Friday. So again, with the market opening in range, in value, centrally located, especially during rollover, I'm going to try and stay patient and demand better trade locations or better reward over risk than I'm going to be seeing if I'm getting in the middle of this range. Nasdaq, a little bit of a different story. Nasdaq currently testing weekly kickoff high. This is they are related yet different. It is rollover. Remember that. It's going to change a little bit of the personality. We're seeing just another little push up against that weekly kickoff high. Volume and open interest again blurry. We lost 1,900 in the Nasdaq on Friday. Again, it's a little bit blurry to read information into that. If it were not rollover, I would say that the auction process to the upside might be slowing on lower volume and lower open interest. But again, because it's rollover, it's a difficult read. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. We're going to be looking at the overnight high and, I'm going to be looking at the weekly kickoff high as kind of a critical level here. We just took another pretty good look at it. We did not look at it on Friday. We opened, we took a look last night above it. We were unable to accept without all of the participants there. It looks like we may be headed for another test of that weekly kickoff high here. It's going to be somewhat pivotal, kind of a long above, short below, but again, there's a caution to that if the market becomes kind of magnetic towards that weekly kickoff level, you're going to get chopped up if you treat it that way. So be patient, look for the right opportunity. Again, this is a kind of a target-rich environment. We've got our regular trading hour range from Friday right here. We've got regular trading hour range from Thursday right up against this weekly kickoff level, and this weekly kickoff level chosen for reasons beyond that. So this is kind of a target-rich environment up here. I will be looking for opportunities here if I am trading the Nasdaq. Let's take a look at gold now. Gold was, I think, my favorite market last week. It was a lot of fun. We had the island low, which really kind of put me on a bi-weakness mode for the entire week. That worked out pretty nicely. Looking at what we see now, don't forget we have our island low still here. We have what appears to be a bit of a bull flag forming. A bull flag is narrow ranges, contrary to the most recent activity here. We're looking last week as a V bottom because of that island low. Well, if we can break out the high of this very short time frame bull flag, then I see us continuing to move to the upside. Right now, we're pretty centrally located inside weekly kickoff range. It's going to kind of lend more towards short time frame control. Open interest on Friday. We lost 600. Very indecisive as far as volume is concerned. The market is kind of digesting this new area and looking for new business to push it into a new direction. Taking a look at the 30-minute chart here. No gap. Overnight, mixed information, got too long, got too short, back to about even. Inside the value area from Friday, again, another situation. And this is good for me on Mondays because Mondays tend to be. I tend to be a little bit of a slow starter, so I'm happy personally that the markets are offering me the opportunity to take the time getting involved in these markets. With the markets opening in range and in value, it gives me a little bit of time to say, okay, let's look for better trade location as the day goes on. So again, I'm going to suggest trying to stay patient. We've got a ways to go before our weekly kickoff high and low. Boy, this 1809 was a decent opportunity for us. Once we bounced off that 1770 weekly kickoff low, our weekly kickoff high last week, pretty decent for opportunity. We get the chance this week. I'll take another look at it, but for now, I'm going to stay patient. I am going to just sit on my hands and watch and make the market tell me when a good trade is present. If I know if I go looking for a trade today, I'm going to find one, and it may not be the one that I'm really looking for. Our currencies are also in rollover. They should be rolling over on Thursday into Friday. So we have the same situation in blurring of volume, blurring of open interest for this week. Range-bound activity is likely because, well, we're between weekly kickoff high and weekly kickoff low, kind of a central range between the two. The 30-minute, well, we're just going to take a look here. Finally, we did see some activity to the upside last week in the euro. We added 14,000 in open interest on Friday. Again, that's blurry because of rollover. Take a look now at the 30 minutes and see what we're seeing here. We got a little bit too short before the European traders buying this market right back to where? Settlement. The market back in range, back in value, opening overnight low considerably far away, just taking out the high of the overnight high. Do we see any great opportunities here? Again, no, because there's very little change in perception of value of the euro over the dollar right now. It's just basically trading right back to settlement, right back in range, right back in volume. Stay patient. Boy, you guys probably get so tired of hearing me say that, but it's so important, especially when the market is in range, in balance. Then there's really no urgency most of the time to get into a position. So Japanese yen rollover again. The short time frame control remains. We've tightened the weekly kickoff levels just a little bit. They were pretty far away. But as the market continues to kind of close in on itself, those levels will get closer and closer until there's a change. Open interest week, even by rollover standards, only adding 900 on Friday. No real tremendous volume or anything. Taking a look at the 30-minute chart here. Here we go. Where are we? Inside range, inside value at settlement 9607.5. No big deal. No big, huge reason to get too involved in the marketplace. Now, Hogue, can you... Hogan, you post the link to Top Step YouTube video page where, yes, of course, I will do that. Christopher, are you calling the island low on GC based on the intraday market hours? No, the intraday, yeah, just the regular trading hours. Regular trading hours, island low, coming up right here. So the market moving lower, gaps to this level, 2 days, gaps away from it. Intraday, regular trading hour range only. Okay? Christopher, if you have any other questions, make sure you let me know. Okay. So all of our YouTube hang on a second here. All of our YouTube videos, including forecast recap, Menaker segments, Coach's Playbook, all of those are on this link here. Okay, this is our our YouTube channel. If you subscribe to it, you'll get to see everything. All right. So, all right. So yeah, it's just Monday. We've got all week. More information due out as the week goes on. I mean, I'm looking at the 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 calendar here. Not much on Tuesday. We have the EIA on Wednesday, CPI, and of course jobless claims on Thursday, and PPI final demand and consumer sentiment on Friday. What we do have coming down the pipe next week, next Friday, is FOMC meeting, an FOMC meeting just before Christmas. So a lot of folks will be, by then the rollovers will be pretty much over. Markets should be pretty much a little bit more readable, but it doesn't make the FOMC meetings any easier to trade. So, huh? Yes, this jacket is so warm. I've been really enjoying these. I got it at Costco. It was like $18. It's lined, like a quilt lining. It's really nice and toasty. Sometimes tends to be a little drafty in the old barn here. So, all right, I think that's going to be it. I will be back with you for the market recap. Let's take a look after the close here how these markets have played out. Remember, a lot of them. We're going to remember this on the recap. A lot of these markets opening in range in value. We're going to see how that traded out for us on the market recap. 3 o'clock today. I will be with you. Looking forward to seeing you then. Until then, let's take our deep breath. Stay humble, grateful, and creative in your trading today. Get out there and profit. Trade well today. I'll see you at 3 o'clock for